More details about the city of Buffalo taking a bold step to save an historic property.
There's been so much focus on preservation with the Great Northern Elevator currently being demolished, but there's a pair of buildings in the Cobblestone District that the city is trying to save for now.
That's right. Channel 2's Nate Benson shares what the city is actually doing now to try and take over this property. Nate, what are they doing?
Yeah, Scott and Mary Alice, for the first time in his 5 terms as mayor, Byron Brown and his office are moving forward with eminent domain procedures against a Cobblestone District property owner. The Buffalo Common Council passing a resolution Tuesday to hold a public hearing as part of an eminent domain procedure against Daryl Carr, the owner of 110 and 118 South Park Ave in the Cobblestone District.
You have speculators that come in and they sit on these buildings until they fall apart, and then they say, hey, we have to demolish them.
The city, says Councilmember Mitch Nowakowski, has a long history with the owner.
For 12 years, the city has employed every tool at its disposal to make the property safe to the surrounding area, only to meet the resistance at every turn from the current owner, Daryl J. Carr,
who I tried by phone for this story.
Record your message at the tone.
But did not get a response.
Fully understanding upon purchase of these buildings that they were contributing structures in a designated local historic district.
One of the buildings predates the Civil War, and the other built in the late 1860s.
And from the period of time that the Erie Canal was the terminus at south of Main Street.
Gwen Howard, the chair of the Preservation Board for the City of Buffalo, on whether the city should be using eminent domain.
I do think that's fair. The city is taking a leap, a pretty bold leap that they haven't taken before in order to protect these properties, and it's really a good move on their part.
According to documents obtained by Two on Your Side, the 2 properties owned by Carr collectively have 19 building code violations as of February 2022. And a view from the property at street level and above shows crumbling walls, broken windows, holes in the roof with a tree or 2 growing out of it, even a groundhog, currently calling the basement of one of the buildings its home.
There's been a lot of debate about buildings, historic buildings in our community being in danger of falling, in imminent danger of falling. This is definitely one that needs some TLC and some assistance, and I'm glad to see the city stepping in rather than just issuing a demolition permit for it.
A source tells me a public bidding process will happen if the city is successful taking over these properties. I'm also told this could be resolved by the end of the year. In the studio, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.